Hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. And this is part 2, special episode, how to make a pendant using the Lilly D's glass blanks and trays for making pendants. They also have bracelet blanks, so you can make bracelets also. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get started right here. This is the gem that I made in the last video. Look at that. Turned out really pretty. So this is a fast video here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just cut this out. I'm just staying on the inside of that oval line, the blue line on the outside there. And I will give it a quick coloring. I should have done that before I started cutting it out, but you know, sometimes we put the cart before the horse. And this is a little bit too big still. I cut it just a little bit big because I would rather have it a little bit big and trim it down. See, and I'm doing this in real time so that you can see really how quick and easy this is. And because I am doing this on a cardstock paper, not a thin paper, I don't have to worry about it buckling from the adhesive. And I used a permanent pen. I used a Pigment Micron pen. Oh, nope, still trimming, still trimming. But using the Pigment Micron pen, it's not going to bleed. And I am using the actual real artwork because that makes this more special. There we go. See? That's all it takes to get that down in there. But I want to pop it back. Now I'm going to try and pop it out. Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. Let's see here. Let's just grab a... See, it wasn't in there that hard. It just... I'm going to take my indigo and I'm going to put an indigo color right around this edge. And as long as I don't shift my finger in the middle of this Doodle Gem that's going to become a necklace pendant, as long as I don't shift my finger around in the middle, I'm not going to be smearing it or smudging it around. I am going to move my finger off the middle though now because that makes it prettier for you to see. Nicer for you to see it if it's not got my finger in the middle of it. There we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And this is a lot of fun. You can actually, they make these for people to put photographs, where you would take and do a photograph of, you know, a family member or a location. I'm going to take my pencil and just run the pencil along the edge of this paper. Not that you're really going to see it, but just in case it ends up showing up, I'd rather have it be colored. I'd rather have it be colored. There we go. There we go. All right, so the adhesive that they sell to make these is this high clarity glass and crafting glue. I'm sure that there are other clear glues out there, clear adhesives that would work, but this is set up for putting underneath of glass so that you don't end up with yellowing. And there's a whole bunch of things that they do when they're doing it with thin paper or with laser copy, not laser copies, but with inkjet copies. If you did a copy of your picture, then they have micro glaze that you can put over the inkjet print to keep it from bleeding. But like I said, I'm doing this on 110-pound cardstock. That's the Nina Solar White. And I have not had any problems with just taking that cardstock. I am not putting a ton of this in here. I am putting just a little coat of it, a coat of the adhesive in the frame. But not a thick coat, just a little thin coat. Let's see, do I want it that way? I think I do. I like it that way better than this way, yes. And you'll find that you'll like it one direction up and down better than the other way. And now while this is still wet underneath, because I am impatient and I don't let things dry, I'm going to put a nice, probably a half an inch. And do not shake your bottle. You do not want bubbles in this. And now you take and drop your stone right over the top, and it goes squish. And I am actually squishing air and adhesive up and out. And I'm holding my finger on it. I have some tissue here. While it's really wet, you can just wipe off the adhesive while it's really wet. Now, once it starts to dry, you're going to have to do something else. But I always get it as quickly as I can. And then once it's dry on the glass, you can actually just use your fingernail because it's not going to scratch it. Fingernails do not scratch glass. There we go. And it takes a little bit of time. Remember, I do have a dog that he's now 16 years old at this time. And you'll hear him wandering through from time to time. So, see, I've got a little bit of that up there that's already drying. Now, I had already cleaned my glass with a little bit of rubbing alcohol so that it would not have any oils from my fingers on the underside. And look, we are done. That is gorgeous. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time for it to dry all the way. And I am going to give it a few good squeezes to make sure that it's really, really adhered between the paper and I'm looking at it really close and going, yeah, I think I got it all and I don't have any air bubbles underneath. That's your trickiest bit. The thinner the paper, the easier it is for it to get air bubbles, is what I've been figuring out. So I like to use my thick Nina cardstock. And there we go. So if you like this video, this is a real quick how to do the putting it together into a necklace. If you want to find out how to make the Doodle Gem, click on the iCard and you will be taken to my Doodle Gem episode number 15, the Star Sapphire. Share this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't before. And as always, go out and do something creative. Take care. Bye-bye.